So our family had always explored the idea of moving internationally and seeing the rest of the world and having more of a cosmopolitan experience. And here in the last year, the opportunity presented itself. I was recruited by Dr. Tamina Ali with Catalyst Kinetics here in South Surrey, White Rock. My wife also had a really exciting opportunity to pursue research with the Fulbright Scholarship. We looked at the area's schools and community and immediately were struck by how kind and warm and welcoming everybody was. Loved the proximity to the ocean, Crescent Beach and White Rock Pier. One of the big reasons we moved here was to really experience, nature and the beautiful natural beauty here in BC and White Rock, Surrey. So just on days off, love going for beach walks and hikes, with the trails and parks nearby. Of course, hanging out with my girls and going shopping, here at the shops locally and just the world-class dining and the wonderful foods. And so if I could give advice to somebody who is contemplating a similar move or relocation, I would simply say, don't hesitate, just do it. It can seem scary and sort of a harrowing experience with making a big move, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of favorable factors, here with moving from the U.S. and it's been amazing since we've been here, and we absolutely love it.
Just moving across the world from the UK all the way to British Columbia has been an adventure. I found out that, having the right support system, having the right colleagues and the right division has made it very easy for me to settle in. One of the things that made it really easy for me was that, there were people at the division that were like the point of contact for any questions. It's been really helpful having a team to work with. I think for me, working here compared to the UK is just having the autonomy to practice the way I want. And some of the new things I've found about, moving and living in White Rock is like the lifestyle. It's close to nature. A lot of people take their health very seriously and are active. Lots of activities for the kids like football, basketball, rugby. My kids have started to learn how to ice skate and they've gone skiing as well, which we didn't do in the UK. It's close to everywhere. It's close to Vancouver, it's close to Whistler, it's close to Victoria. I took the ferry to Victoria, it was so much fun. So it's good proximity to everything, and there's so much to do, there's so much to explore. I'm still exploring. And another beautiful thing about White Rock, South Surrey, is that it's very diverse. It's a place of rich cultures. I've met people from almost everywhere in the world. So to anyone who's thinking of making the move, why not? And why not BC? And if you're scared, just do it scared. I did it scared and no regrets. I enjoy working here. You can actually spend time and have time for your family. The flexibility with work is amazing. So I think, just take that bold step out of your comfort zone, step into adventure, because I think in BC there's lots of adventure.
So part of the decision to work in White Rock and move here was the proximity to transportation. I previously was commuting into Vancouver, which would easily take me an hour and a half. So the division in White Rock of family practice physicians is extremely welcoming, collaborative, and I felt really supported in the practice at George Street Family Practice when I first started as well. It's such a collegial group, and what's really interesting, even though it's a growing community, it still has the culture of a small community and the support that the physicians give each other here, which is extremely amazing. Some of the things I enjoy about White Rock is their fabulous beaches and lots of outdoor activities, many hiking trails and cycling, and I wakeboard, and I love paddle boarding and seeing all the sea creatures around in White Rock. It's just a fabulous place to live.
In all honesty, it was actually very easy moving here. We had a lot of support from the Division of Family Practice here, but also from various people in the community. Making the transition from British to Canadian medicine was no challenge at all. It's actually very similar. And we have 2 young kids, and both working as family doctors in England. We worked very long hours, had very low autonomy, and rarely saw our kids. So moving here was a no-brainer because we get to enjoy all of those things here in the division, and we spend a lot of time with our children outside work now. One of the reasons we moved here is because my wife grew up near the beach, and so being in White Rock, we're often at a beach at the weekend in the summertime. We're also an hour from the mountains. I'm a very keen skier, and the kids too are very keen skiers now, so we all go skiing. I think in the winter time we were up on the mountain an hour from home every Saturday for 3 months, so we love the outdoors here. We started playing hockey pretty quickly after moving here. None of us had played before. Coming from England, it's not a big deal there, but it seemed like a very Canadian thing to do. Lots of other kids and even adults play hockey here, so we thought we'd learn. As I mentioned, I'm a keen skier, so the transition seemed fairly logical, but there's a very big community around hockey here, and it's something nice to do in the winter months. I definitely recommend colleagues come out here and meet physicians in White Rock and South Surrey, which you can do via the division. We're a very close-knit and collegial group of people. We have social and professional events that mean that we all know each other quite well. Making the transition, I'd say, is relatively easy coming from England. Our way we practice is very similar and in many ways better. So don't be hesitant. I certainly didn't feel apprehension after moving here, and I very strongly recommend everyone come and see the place for themselves if they can.